Hey everyone, and in keeping with the Techtober theme, this episode we are looking at the new updated Apple Watch 7. If you have been thinking about an upgrade or just interested in the Apple Watch ecosystem, I'm coming from an Apple Watch 4. I've had it for about 2.5 years, so I'm going to give you my perspective on if you should update. Is this thing worth it? Or should you just hold on to the new watch, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, I've kind of had a love-hate relationship with the Apple Watch, but if you need a watch / fitness tracker / mini phone, and you're already in the Apple ecosystem, it's the best one out there, hands down. So the Apple Watch 7 was talked about, and then it had a bit of a sluggish and mysterious release. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Apple's supply chain right now, but I was fortunate enough to get down to the Apple store and pick myself up a 7. So I've been an Apple Watch 4 user for about 2.5 years, and since then it's been rebranded into the new Apple Watch SE. And that's great because the SE is still on the market. You can still go down to the Apple store right now and pick it up, and it's a great watch overall. It does everything that you could want in a fitness tracker and a watch, minus some of the bells and whistles, and we'll be going over that later in the video. Now, I love anything these days that gives me less phone time, less screen time, less pulling out the phone out of my pocket every time it dings and whistles at me. With the watch, I just easily get a haptic buzz on my wrist, check, and decide if it's worth getting my attention. Also, I love that I can talk through this watch, much safer while driving or just hanging out on the couch. Now you might notice I don't work out too much, but when I have managed to have this watch charged and I go swim laps, it's amazing. Afterwards, the gyroscope is so good that it's able to track my swim down to how many butterfly strokes versus freestyle strokes. After your workout, you look at your metrics, you reflect on your workout, you think about it, what was going on during these times, and you can learn a lot about yourself. It's nice. The battery life. Now, I cannot for the life of me keep this thing charged. Over 2.5 years, it's probably only been used about half that amount because it's always dead. It often just lays dormant on my wrist, or I just put it down and never put it back on. The new Apple Watch 7 claims a way faster charging time, so I hope that helps me keep this thing charged and keep myself using it full time. For what I need a watch to do, it blows right past that, and if you're the type that likes bells and whistles, it's just another Apple product packed with features. So before we sat down here, we took the new Apple 7 watch down to the unboxing ring and opened it up to see what was inside. Let's go check it out now. If you're new to the Apple Watch world and you're interested in purchasing one finally, I would say just get the best. You are going to use this thing a lot, and with some of these new features, it should definitely be worth it in the long run. If you like large watches, then this version is the largest Apple Watch screen ever, with 20% more screen area than the Series 6 and over 50% more screen area on the Series 3, which is still available and in the Apple stores as well. It's the lowest price Apple Watch you can get right now, but it also serves a purpose. Some people don't want all these bells and whistles. Some people want it for their children, for their elderly folks. There's tons of uses that you can get out of these Apple Watches other than just telling time. Now, the big screen is going to be nice because the user experience of this thing is kind of painful when you're on the small version. Swiping around the apps, you need tiny fingers. I have these big meaty paws, and they just get in the way and press the wrong buttons all the time. So another thing that I'm really liking about the Apple Watch 7 is the always-on Retina display. That was something that kind of bothered me about the Apple Watch 4. I sometimes would have to, shake my arm like a wet noodle just to get that thing turned on so I could look at the time. Now, the Apple Watch 7 is smart enough to keep itself on and then dim itself to 70% when your hand is down. That's going to be great for the battery life. So from what I've seen running this thing all day long, the battery life is going great. So I think this new always on Retina display option is a win. Good Apple Watch. The Apple Watch 7 is also the most durable watch that they've ever made so far. This is where you're going to want to think about spending the extra money, because if you get something that costs a little more but is going to last a lot longer, then it's worth it in the long run. So the screen of these new Apple Watch 7s are 50% thicker, which is huge. So when that comes down to smashing and bashing this watch around, if you're an active person, it's always running into things, if you've ever cracked the screen, I haven't seen that before, but it's definitely possible. So if you're an active type of person where this might be happening, definitely check out the Apple Watch 7 because it is by far the most durable Apple Watch that they've put together so far. The health innovations of the Apple Watch are really what shine and what I like about this thing. This is not a toy. This is a friend of yours who's always trying to get you to go and exercise. Or it's noticing that your breathing is a little weird and it wants you to just take a few minutes to chill out and take some deep breaths. I've never had a piece of tech that's looking out for me like this, so I really appreciate that with these Apple Watches. When you get that little notification that it's time to breathe, it kind of snaps you out of whatever stressful moment is happening at the time. Everyone needs a little tap on the shoulder, and I appreciate that from Apple. So also for fitness lovers, the 7 is compatible with iFitness, and there's a new program where you can keep your metrics posted on whatever iFitness video you're taking at the moment. And that's pretty cool to be able to instantly see your metrics up on the screen, flying across the room, going through Bluetooth. Very cool stuff. Can't wait to try it. I'm actually gonna try all of the programs and I'm gonna be doing a video about that. So check out up in the corner when I get that finished. I'll be posting the link up there. iFitness, I'm coming for you, I'm ready. So the Apple Watch 7 also claims to have faster charging at up to 33%, but using the new USB-C charging block. That's fine. Everything is moving to these charging blocks and I welcome a faster charging time. Like I mentioned, that was painful for me to keep this thing charged. So if I can just click it on for 8 minutes here and there and get a full charge, that's gonna be great. So I spent the last couple days testing out these watches. I had them strapped side by side, and I gotta say, I'm liking the new Apple Watch 7. Even with the small amount of upgrades, the new 7 is just more enjoyable, easier to read, and just plain looks better. It's hard when the product is so good to start with, but Apple's marketing model seems to be to release something new every year, even if it's just rebranded with some small technological advances like longer batteries or a wraparound screen. So not many major innovations from Apple on this version, and the pricing might also help you decide with this Apple Watch purchase. The new 7 comes in at $400, and the SE, which has got the same specs as my 4, and I'm totally happy with that, that comes in at $280. And then you can get the older 3 model at $200. You know, sometimes we all need a new toy, and we're just big kids at heart. And at least this toy helps to try and inspire you to exercise and chill out when you need it. So if you want a new toy, I say go for it. Get the new Apple Watch 7. It is a great purchase. You're going to enjoy it for many years. And these days, we all need to treat ourselves nicely. Lots of food for thought, folks, and good luck with your Apple Watch decision. I would be forever indebted to you if you hit that like and subscribe button now, and we hope to see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.